dream journal time. So, and also, hi, at this weird angle that I have now on my camera mount in my car, because why not? Weird dreams, weird camera angle, it all goes together. This is the only way to find time to do recordings, apparently, so here I am, heading home on my lunch break to feed my cats. So it's one of the little bits of time I have. Dream journal. This didn't happen last night. Last night, I don't know what happened last night and the night before, because I have had the weirdest, most vivid dreams. Very weird. Those ones that make you wake up and you have like anxiety when you wake up because of what was happening in the dream and you're already stressed out. Yeah, that's the kind of dreams I had last night and the night before. I don't know what's causing it, but it's very weird. And I'm remembering a lot of details about them that I don't normally do. So anyone out there who knows things about dreams, this is your chance to psychoanalyze my dreams and tell me exactly what's wrong with my brain. I would love to know why my brain does weird things. We will get into last night's dream in another video. But the night before last, I had this really weird dream. Two dreams that kind of merged together. I was at work, but my workplace is not where I actually work. In my dream, it was like these thousands of people, which I just knew I worked with them, but all the faces were not real people in my head. It was all just NPCs my brain made up. Well, somehow in the dream, at some point, apparently we had murdered people because we had buried them in this series of events, and where they ended up in concrete, in porta potties, inside a lawyer's building, buried underground. Yeah, I don't know either. I told you, my brain's weird. But we were all of us, all these employees, we were all outside our workplace, whatever that was, because in my dream, it wasn't a thing. We were just outside it, and outside like this parking area and like this field, and we were all freaking out because in this giant field next to us, apparently that's where we had sunken an entire building and hidden it under a field, and there was police with these big like UFO type of scanners shining this bright light along the ground, and they were looking for the buried bodies, and we were like, oh no, they're gonna find them. And then just magically the world begins to shake, and unearthed from the ground comes the lawyer building, and we know it's that because there's a giant name on it. It's like so-and-so something, attorneys at law. And we're like, oh no, they're gonna find it. And they magically found, like buried inside the building, were porta potties, and everything was filled with cement. I don't know how they got through it, because in my dream this happened in all like 5 minutes. And what should have taken like months of processing, no, it happened within minutes. They just immediately, like the porta potties fell out of the building, combusting open. There's the dead bodies, and they just know it was us. Maybe it's because we're all just standing there staring. But we immediately start freaking out. We're trying to figure out, what are we gonna do? They know. We're gonna get in trouble. I don't know who these people are, why we killed them or what, but that's what happened in the dream. And so we're freaking out. We're like, we gotta hide. We gotta get somewhere and get away. And so in my dream, I'm like, I know somewhere to go. And I go to my house, but it's not actually my house, because in real life, my real house is never in my real dreams. Again, everything in my brain is always made up. It's a made up place I've never been before. In my dream, I lived in some sort of like apartment trailer, and I went in there, and for some reason, I just found a lot of kittens on the way. Like, in the parking lot, there were just kittens, and they were very tiny, and then I was very concerned, like, these kittens are gonna get lost, they're sick, they're gonna die, they're starving. So I started gathering them up. I have like 5 kittens, and I'm trying to hold them. They're wiggly, you know, like little tiny, like 1 and 2 week old kittens, y'all. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gathering up kittens, taking them to this trailer, and I'm opening the door and just setting them on the floor like, y'all stay here, there's more. I go out, I keep collecting kittens, varying sizes and ages, from really, really tiny to like maybe like 5 or 6 weeks old, big enough to get into a lot of trouble. And I just keep collecting kittens, and I keep finding kittens, and then there are various stages of healthiness. You know, like, some seem fine, some seem sick, some seem really skinny, like they're starving. And the whole time I'm just like, oh my goodness, I gotta feed these kittens, I gotta take care of them. But of course, it was the weekend. Apparently it was the weekend in my dream. I don't know why we were at work if it was the weekend, but work thing and murdering people, that's not even a concern anymore. Now we're worried about kittens and the fact that it's the weekend, so all the vets are closed. And how am I gonna get these 50 kittens? There was about 50 in the end, all over the floor, just roaming around, stepping on each other, tumbling, playing with everything, getting lost in this house. And I was concerned because I need to get them to the vet to make sure they were okay. And I was very, very worried about these kittens. And I was freaking out because I gotta take care of them. And then from there, I'm like, I gotta get on the train and take the kittens. We don't have trains. We don't travel by train here. We travel by car. We don't take trains. But there's this train, and apparently I have to take the train. So I go and I get on the train, but I can't carry all the kittens. So I'm trying to gather up the ones that seem the sickest. Like, I'll take you on the train to the vet. And I'm trying to keep them without getting lost. Like, I'm putting them in my pockets. Like, I'm trying to carry them in my arms. I don't know why. This is the most illogical thing. I get on the train. Suddenly all the kittens have poofed, magically disappeared. And I'm on this train, and I'm trying to get somewhere. And then I realize, oh, I didn't bring any of my stuff with me, and I'm going on an overnight trip. But thankfully, there's a Quickie Mart inside one of the train cars. So I go to this little shop that's run by this little old lady who's kind of mean. And I go in there and I'm like, hey, I need to buy like some stuff because I'm just gotta go stay overnight somewhere for some reason. And I don't have clothes or toiletries or anything. I'm not prepared for life. Quit falling over. And so I'm trying to find things. And then I don't have money. And then I wake up a little after being in this train gas station for a long time, and I was so tired when I woke up. I was so exhausted from collecting kittens, and I don't even know. Like, this is why I wake up and I am just unrested, and I'm so tired all the time. So someone tell me what's wrong with my brain, why it do what it do, and please tell me how to fix it, because I would really like some normal sleep, please. Thank you.